I'm at Johnson Lake. And it's almost 12 p.m. which means I have about 10 hours of daylight. Following the right side of the shore from here, I will try to reach as far as I can towards those two peaks, one of them. It's okay, go ahead, you won't be in a... Yeah, probably the one on the right, Mount, not Peechee, I forgot what it's called. Looking back, actually this lake is supposed to be one of the swimmable lakes. It's supposed to be warmer than one of the very few warm lakes in the Canadian Rockies close to Calgary. Someday I should stop by for swimming in August. It's Cascade Mountain. It's gonna be behind me throughout my trip today on the way up. From here I will take a right after I cross that bridge. So the trail goes for Mt Girouard. I had to stop for another footage. Just listen to the loons in a bit of... You heard that? Sound of the loons. Yeah, the water seems to be very warm, at least on the shore. So yeah, definitely good for a swim. Wow. Used to be, this area used to be closed for at least 2 years. That's why I didn't come here. But now it seems to be open again. A group of, I forgot the name, I filmed them in Calgary. Maybe they're slightly different. Yeah, I'm continuing now along this creek towards my destination up ahead. The trip report that I watched, that I read about this trip, says that there'll be lots of creek crossings, which is kind of awkward because it's going to get deep at points, and fallen trees, obviously a big concern. Used to be a flood of immense proportions in 2003. You can see how he was digging on the shore there. So we shall continue now through this log hopping. Then I'm gonna do zigzagging on a creek. Flowers should be abundant this year because the conditions, so much precipitation. See a butterfly there. Yes, the weather looks kind of interesting, to say the least. Weather and will be my enemy number one, along with the bears, of course. So we'll see. I'll take a decision how far am I gonna go. I like that peak straight up ahead. It's gonna be a smaller one, but we'll see. Yeah, the GPS route comes along this way. Just about, it's a nightmarish log hopping here. But the good thing is they are dry, so I'm not having a hard time navigating on and off. So I don't know why whoever made this trip on a GPS, they choose to avoid the creek at this section, coming on this side of the creek instead, but it must have a reason. Maybe it's a canyon, I don't know. But eventually should intersect back creek, and unless there are some steep walls, I will descend back to the creek level. This is how it looks like, the terrain all around me, 360. It's like a training ground for Navy SEALs, and tougher than American Ninja, you know, if you watch those shows. The Marines, that's how they train, you know. This is log hopping. In any case, yeah, that's Lake Johnson through the trees. Yeah, so because I stepped on this side, it was too steep to descend on back to the creek, and I didn't feel like going anyway. I decided to simply see how far up I can go towards Mount Peechee, it's called Peechee. So we'll see. We'll see where I get blocked and what scenery I have in a clearing. But so far I have to do this log hopping. It's 4:34 p.m. Ptarmigan. Yes, so I'm out in the open a little bit for the first time. But I still got about just under 400 meters vertical if I want to get to some high point, some sort of plateau at 2,520 meters. Hopefully we'll get there. That'll be enough for the day. Very, very difficult to zoom. Has to be a mountain goat. It is so far. I guess I could reach that high point without a doubt. I'm for the first time today on a panorama point, thankfully, because it was really a horrible ascent. By the way, you can hear the marmots, or I think are marmots making noise. Yeah, super panorama. But I'm going to continue a little bit. Hopefully we'll reach a high point without a problem, and I'll get more panorama from there and perhaps along the way. Zooming on Lake Johnson, I went on the left side as viewed from here. Cascade Mountain on the right, and town of Banff, it's in that direction behind Tunnel Mountain. Many other familiar peaks. It's now the town of Canmore, Three Sisters, and the rest of the mountains. Another important peak, I don't know if it's English Maldi or Elmer should be on the right, not visible from here. And back to the high point, and I'm gonna try to zoom again on a goat. But I won't waste much time on it. If it comes back higher up in a view, I'll film it. Yeah, so again I have crampons and ice socks and no need for them. I even have mountaineering boots in my backpack. But yeah, the boots I might use them on the way down. It's better than what I have now. So I shall conclude here. To Jack Lake over there, by the way. So we'll see you in a bit. Previously I zoomed on this stuff and I thought it was a goat. But it's not. It's just some white reflection. Yeah, I saw fresh looking bear diggings down there on the left, on the grass. Behind that, just on the left was a high point there. So obviously it's grizzly territory. I don't feel comfortable with being late at this location. I will slowly try to see if I can reach that point or not. Maybe find a descent somewhere from there on the left. If not, I better hurry. It's already 7:15 p.m. No time to hang around. At least doesn't seem to be any storm weather. That's good. Yeah, so from my last video I decided not to continue. First because it's late, that's obviously a big concern. Secondly, because of the bear diggings I saw. And third, last but not least, is this terrain that daylight will help me avoid the worst of it, hopefully. I gotta get back to the creek on the right, then back to the trail along the left side of Johnson Lake. So hopefully we'll be back at the parking lot before dark. So I've been zigzagging along the creek now for a while. This ought to be one of the most brutal approaches I've ever had. My highest point, you see those two summits. Before those two summits there is a long ridge. I was at the end of the ridge. So yeah, there was no point continuing to the first summit since it's not the true summit. Mount Peechee, I believe it's pronounced. 10 p.m. Still light. Thanks for watching, guys. This ought to be my last video of the trip.